Coming soon to the DCPA is a show featuring cartoon characters that resonate with both kids and adults. And of course, I'm talking about Bluey. And joining me now is Morgan Lauff. He plays Bluey's dad. Bandit, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I can't wait to dive into the world of Bluey and bring it to Colorado for you guys.
For sure. And my 8-year-old is going to go crazy that I got to interview you on this because she loves Bluey. So what is Bluey's big play?
So I like to describe Bluey's Big Play as the longest episode that any kid is going to see of Bluey, even though the sign kind of gives the length of Bluey's Big Play a run for its money. If you haven't seen the sign yet, definitely go see it. But Bluey's Big Play, it's an all-new episode written by the show creator Joe Brum, and it features all of the original characters. It's authentically Australian. Bandit, the dad, gets into a little bit of crazy shenanigans with Bluey and Bingo, losing a cell phone. And I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's very physical. It's very audience involved, and everybody at the end gets out of their seats and has a really fun game of keepy uppy. So definitely fill in those seats to watch this show. Highly recommended.
For sure. And I've seen the show, so I don't want to give anything away either. But it is so cool. I know, it really is. So let's talk about the popularity of Bluey. Why do you think it's so popular?
I also like to say that Bluey is this generation SpongeBob SquarePants. It is just it blossomed like spring flowers, and I think the big appeal for Bluey is that it is relatable for both children and adults. And I do a lot of VIP meet and greet sessions with the guests that come see the show, and a lot of adults tell me that they often find themselves watching the show on their own without their kids, and they find the same enjoyment, if not more enjoyment, because of the adult relatability that the show brings. So it's really just great for all ages, I think.
Yeah, and of course your role, you could relate to your role too, because it's almost like you're a third kid to the wife in some ways.
Yep, all of my castmates that play Chili would probably agree with that. Bandit is kind of like the chaos facilitator, and Chili is the chaos suppressor. So you can't have one without the other. It's a great yin and yang.
That's very true, which is probably why it all works. So you and the others, you control puppets for the performances. How much of a difference does that make it on stage versus other shows you've done?
Well, it's definitely a great challenge, and it was a wonderful opportunity to use my past experiences being on the stage, being in a live theatrical production, to implement those elements that I have already been exposed to into something that I really have had little to zero experience with. And what's wonderful about this, being that it is a choreographed heavy show, you have to rely on your scene partners really, really ferociously. And it's a great responsibility to have when you have that reliability with great scene partners to work these puppets, because at the end of the day, it's a big choreographed show with a lot of choreography, and you could see it from the clips there. It's very cardio heavy, so if you're in good health, then you're about halfway there.
It does look very cardio healthy and heavy. So how long have you been playing Bandit?
Currently, I'm going on 8 months. So I started back in October of last year, and the show is the little engine that keeps going. We keep getting extended, and we're very, very blessed and fortunate for that to happen. And it's just a testament to the high demand that the audience has to see Bluey live and in real person. So I'm just so incredible to be a small fraction of that success.
What's cool is it is somewhat interactive, right? The audience gets involved with a lot.
That's correct. Yeah, no, like I said, they get out of their seats, they play keepy uppy, there's bubbles in the air, there's big giant balloons, and like I said, it's very interactive, and there's a lot of dancing involved, and it's just so much fun. Even if you're an adult like me, I'm going to get out of my seat and I'm going to dance. I have no shame.
Me either. I'm with you on that. And then just one big confession before I let you go. I thought they were British when I first started watching the show, and then my kids were like, Mom, they're obviously Australian. I had to get the accents right.
Well, it's great to have kids like that to correct you when you're
Yes.
wrong, right?
True, true. Which Bandit's kids do the same. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. It's authentically Australian, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
yes, Morgan, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time out to join us today and telling us all about this Bluey's big play.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure, and I can't wait for y'all to come see it, and I can't wait for you to come see it again.
Yes, I'm going to have to. All right, Morgan, thanks so much. And remember, Bluey's big play, it's coming to the Buell Theatre on May 11th and 12th. And a reminder, every person in attendance needs a ticket. We have a link to get yours on cbscolorado.com.